Well, taking helicopter parenting to a whole new level. New data from resumetemplates.com shows parents are applying for jobs, joining interviews, and even contacting managers on behalf of their Gen Z kids, and they're doing it at high rates. Joining me now is Julia Toothacre, a chief career strategist with Resume Templates. Julia, I have to tell you, I was floored when I read this. Were you as stunned as I am about what you found?
I could not believe how many parents actually sat in on interviews with their kids, either virtually or sometimes in person. That absolutely floored me.
So what are the employers saying about this?
I can't imagine that most employers are happy about it. I think that it really shows a lack of maturity in the kids and the Gen Zers that are doing this. But I'm sure that there are some employers, especially of smaller organizations. I think of those mom and pop shops that are probably okay with it, but I would not think that that is the norm.
And what's the dynamic that's triggering this? Are kids socially awkward? Are the parents nervous that their kids won't get a job? What is it?
I think it's all of that. I think, we have a generation that has been called the anxious generation. And I think that that's some of what we're seeing in this behavior from parents. But I also think that parents see what's going on in terms of getting a job and they know that it's a lot more difficult. And so I think they think that they're trying to help their kids, but when in reality, it's holding their kids back because they need to be more independent in the workplace.
I was just going to say, if I'm an employer and the mama shows up at the job interview, I'm thinking maybe this kid's not ready.
Exactly. I think most employers are going to think that way, especially when you get into more of a corporate space. You have to be able to act independently. You can't have your parents speaking on your behalf. Maybe in some very unique situations, they can call in if you're ill or something happens, but that's very, very rare.
Yeah, very quickly, is this a sign that the kids should do what I did, get a job when you're like 13, 14 years old, so by the time it's time for a real job, you're good?
I think any kind of work experience for younger kids is helpful, but also we want them to be in school and be students and learn as much as possible. But I do think that parents need to be guides more than coming in and doing the job for their kids.
There you go. Land that helicopter and let them learn how to fly on their own. Julia Toothacre, thank you so very much for this eye-opening report.